up, guys? This is Venomousfatman here. I am at Chibi-Pa Future, and I am hanging next to the man, Paul St. Peter. You guys don't know who he is. I went to his panel last night. Voice of Zenmus, did some voices of Cowboy Bebop, Robotech, a whole bunch of voices. Digimon, we were talking about it. Brought it to everybody, guys. So, how is it going?
Excellent, and having a great time at the con. The energy is amazing, and here, especially Saturday, this place is crawling.
Yes.
With wild people, man.
Yes.
I'm loving every second of it.
That's awesome. So now, you've obviously been to a bunch of conventions. You said it last night, you've been to RoboCon, I believe it's called, there's the one for Robotech, right?
That's right.
And a whole bunch of others. What goes through your mind every time you first walk into a convention?
I'm always surprised at the greater variety. More and more series are becoming popular, and people are coming up with greater ideas. I like not just the faithful renditions of costumes, but people who decide they're going to do their own little touch on it.
Yeah.
So now the long purple ponytails with spikes in them or something cool like that.
Nice.
I'd like to see that. I'd like to see the play.
So you really enjoy the fact, like, when different cosplayers, different fans, come dress up as the characters that you voice. Like, have you ever had, like, someone from Robotech, or someone dressed as one of the characters from Robotech that you voice, or anybody, from like Kingdom Hearts or something? Like, what goes through your mind with that?
Well, it's very flattering. A young girl came up to me yesterday and wanted the autograph and wanted to give me a hug and everything, and she was decked out perfectly like Zenmus.
Wow.
She just did the outfit. It was just kick butt.
That sounds very, very cool. Now, with voice acting, because you were having a panel about voice acting and somebody talking about voice acting in the panel yesterday. What is it that, any sort of quick tip that you can give to someone that's really into voice acting that, is just starting out or is just getting their feet wet in it?
First thing I would say is don't start out to be a voice actor, start out to be an actor. Learn the skills, learn everything you can. Voice acting is not for everybody. You may be very, very good at a lot of other things and not be a voice actor. Just as there are voice actors that I would use in that way, but I wouldn't necessarily say, you should come and do Shakespeare with me. Okay? It isn't necessarily the same delivery.
Now, when you're coming up with voices, like when you go in to do a different series and whatnot, usually when you look at a script and you're reading the description of the character you're going to voice, there's usually at times does the voice come instantaneous to you, or does it take a little more time to germinate?
Well, sometimes you go into a session and they'll spring a part on you and just, here's this picture, what do you think, what can you do? But most times they do give you an opportunity and talk to you about the character. My repertoire, if you might want to call it, is wide enough to where if someone will call me that knows my work and say, I want you to use the blah 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 voice for this one, or remember the voice you did for that, I want you to use that here. Other times though, they say come up with something that sounds kind of greasy.
Greasy?
Yeah. I forget the name of the series, but I did something where they wanted to have a guy who was a southern gangster. And they said, what kind of voice do you want for him? Because I do the southern dialect, that's no problem.
Yeah.
It was real easy to just come up with that and I can mix and match. So I thought, what kind of gangster voice? So I thought, well, let's do the ultimate gangster. So I became a southern Marlon Brando.
There you go, Marlon Brando.
Something like, so a southern godfather is what I was doing.
That's really cool.
Yeah, just out of nowhere, I just thought, let's try it, and it worked.
There you go. What works, works.
Absolutely.
So now, before we wrap up, you've done anime, you've done games, you've done a whole assortment of stuff. Which one do you kind of get more enjoyment out of, or the one that you find is more interesting, either anime or games?
They're different paths. Okay? But overall, I'd have to say I enjoy the anime more only because I get more chances. There's going to be another episode, there'll be another episode, there'll be another episode. The game, for instance, Kingdom Hearts,
yes.
I'll do another chapter of that, or the latest permutation once a year. Of course, I have a great time with that, too, because that is a very distinct character, and I've got a good...
Very popular character.
Very, very popular character. And I've got a little kind of feel connection to it. But again, I only get to do it once a year. So as much fun as I have with that, I have more fun with anime because I just get to do it.
Yeah, you just get to play around with it.
Yeah, this coming Tuesday, I'll be doing another session on
Bleach. Really?
Yeah, so I'll be...
Wow.
Yami's coming back.
Oh, nice.
I should say Yami. I should say Yami before.
That was going to lead right into my next question. Like, what are some upcoming projects that you have come up with, anime or game, that fans are going to get excited by? That being one of them.
Well, yeah, and Kingdom Hearts, of course, as long as that franchise goes and as long as they don't kill me off, that'll be coming up. Bleach. There's talk
really cool to have your voice in more of it.
I'd love to be back, and I'd love to work with the same people again.
And we would love to have you come back to more cons.
Oh, absolutely, and I keep saying, get the word out, bring Paul St. Peter back to the cons.
Yeah, hashtag Paul St. Peter. So, yeah, anyway, it was a pleasure. You're awesome.
All right, thanks.
So much fun. We will be back with some more coverage from Chibi-Pa Future. Peace out, everybody. Stay out.
Rock on.